Creating graphic templates has saved me a ton of time in my business. Now I'm able to create graphics in seconds and get them posted on social media in no time. So what I've done, I used to use Photoshop to create all the graphics in my business, but there was just a few added steps that having Photoshop made the process a little longer than I was enjoying. So with Canva, I'm able to have my templates, and all I have to do is drag and drop some stock photos in there and update the copy, like the blog post title, and I'm all set, and my graphics are done. Seriously, within like 10 to 20 seconds, they are completely done. So I'm going to show you how to create some Instagram quote templates today. So you've already decided your goal. Your goal is to inspire your followers on Instagram with quotes with these templates. So we're going to make sure that we choose photos that has space for text, and we also want to make sure that we have some variation. So we're going to create two variations. We're going to start, we have the blank canvas, and start with an element. So I'm going to come over here and go to grid. I'm just going to click on this one, and it auto populates right here for me. So now I can drag any photo I have into this little block, and it automatically sizes it right to whatever template you have. So we have that. Now let's add in the space for the quote. Let's add a heading, and let's choose a script font. All right, so we have this now. I definitely want that to be bigger. I want it to stand out in someone's Instagram feed. And then I'm gonna want to, let's center it. And these grid lines really come in handy. And they kind of like, you can see it kind of just like pops right into place. With Photoshop, I was really having to pay attention, and sometimes it would get frustrating when I couldn't get it exactly centered in a template. So your quote goes there. Then let's say you want your business name at the bottom here. So we'll do a subheading. And we're just going to make that like a bold, easy to read font. And let's actually make this all uppercase so it stands out a little. And let's make this business name stand out even more by adding a shape behind it. Okay. Sometimes Canva can be a little weird. There we go. We have our shape. Shorten it. And push it back. I actually want it to be a little bit smaller. All right. So then you just have this graphic, and you can move this around. So if you wanted like your quote to be up there, it might be kind of a long quote, so you can start up there and it'll take up some space over here. So you have that, and then let's take this one step further. Let's say you want two different variations. So I'm going to copy this one, and let's take this and add some transparency to it. All right, and then let's make this pop even more. Let's take another shape. Now this shape, this square over here, it's pretty a thick border, and I don't love it, and you can't change the width of the border. So let's get rid of this one. And you can type in rectangle up here and click on this box, and it's much thinner. And I personally like the thinner line better for my templates. I think it's visually more appealing. Okay. So we get that. Let's get this centered. Okay, perfect. So I can see this is actually, I want to bump this down. Just change the color first to match the pink. And we gotta send it back. So it's behind. And then I'm gonna take this business name and just make it a little more centered. Click this one. So if you do that, if you're trying to click on something and it's clicking on whatever element is in front of it, you just send that one to the back and normally you're good to go and you can start clicking on it again. So then it's just a little more centered. Bring this down. And now you just have two different variations. So, if you want the stock photo to be shown more, or if you want like the opacity and this box around, just play with the templates and find what works for you. And it's nice to have different variations because then you don't get stuck using the same exact thing every time. You can kind of switch it up. And especially if you're using this for like your Instagram feed, it's nice to switch it up and kind of, this way you're not stuck with the same aesthetic and then you're just using that same template over and over. Now, I've actually created for you some templates that you can use right over here, and you can just add in your own text, add in your own images in the backgrounds. And so you can see over here, I even left you, so if you're promoting your blog post, you promote it over here. And then these are actually fill in templates. So this over here, I can click delete and then just delete the image. So you can see how it's just like how we added these images in the background. You can come over and add an image in here. So you can add in your workbook images and update them all to match your brand. So you can change out these colors and what I like to in Canva. So let's say I want to change this. I can come over here and click this color, and down here it'll say change all. So it'll change every color. So if you know you want to change all of one color to your brand color, go right ahead and update that. So these are for you to use. You can use however you want. These stock photos are from unsplash.com, so they're free stock photos, so you can use them or switch them out however you like. And hopefully these templates save you a ton of time when you're creating your graphics.